Namaskaram, Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, fourth sloka. So, in this sloka, Arjuna tells Krishna. So, he calls Krishna, he addresses Krishna as Madhusudana. So, here Madhusudana, the one who killed the demon Madhu. So, he is saying, Madhusudana, you killed enemies, but my position is, I don't want to kill these people because I don't consider them as my enemies. So, I have this kind of thinking. So, he says, how can I fight against my grandfather Bhishma? And how can I fight against my teacher Dronacharya? How can I fight against that respectable person Kripacharya? So, I can't. I cannot do all that. They are all people to be worshipped. They are all in high esteem. So, how can I attack them? My duty is to respect them and support them. But here I am in a position to attack. So, I am not. I cannot do that. And he added that Dronacharya was the one who taught me, who made me master in archery. So, I learnt everything from them. He is my military preceptor. So, how can I attack them? Then he says, even if I get wealth by attacking them, I will not enjoy. I prefer begging rather than attacking them and taking their wealth. My conscience will not allow me to enjoy the power and wealth after killing them. So, he was talking about that. He was killing them and conquering. Killing, conquering and taking their wealth. So, he is saying, he was in a dilemma. That is, he was saying that, am I going to conquer them, or am I going to leave them to conquer me? Even if I conquer them, I will not live on the wealth taken from them. I will not have a desire to live on that wealth. So, this is my position. I know Dronacharya, Bhishma and Kripacharya, they are all on the other side. But I cannot attack them. Even though they are on the other side, I cannot do that. So, he was saying all that to Sri Krishna. But Bhishma knew about all the. Bhishma was very much aware of only Dharma will win. He was an enlightened soul. And Dronacharya, Kripacharya and Bhishma, they acted ignobly by taking unrighteousness, Kauravas. So, killing them is a natural sequence. That is what Bhishma also said to Yudhishthira, and he blessed Yudhishthira. He said, by my karma I am on this side, but I wish you winning the war. Dharma should win. And he said, and he also said, Lord Krishna is with you. So, Pandavas would not lose in the war as Lord Krishna was with them. But Arjuna did not think all that, because he did not allow his mind to think. He had only one thought, that you would be the reason for killing them. You would be killing them and conquering their wealth. That was going on in his mind. So, he was very confused state. And in the next sloka, he said, yes, Lord Krishna, yes, I will be your disciple and you decide. Then I will follow whatever you decide. So, now he has come down to that level, and Krishna was waiting for that, because only when people calm down their mind, only then they will have that listening mood. So, now this happened. So, Krishna was waiting for this opportunity, and now he was listening to him, and he was thinking in his mind, yes, you need the teaching of Atmanyanam. He said, so he accepted. Arjuna accepted that I am not able to proceed, so I need your help. I am surrendering to you. So I will be your disciple. Whatever you say, I will listen to you. So here we find there are no difficulties outside for us, because it's applicable to us also, because we also come across this kind of situations. So what is the problem? Only the inside, agam. So we should strengthen our intellect and find yourself. So we should know our true self. Only through true self we will understand the reality. So that is what Krishna tells Arjuna. That is what Atmanyanam. So Shreyas, Sishyas, Nischitam and Prapannam, they all go together. Shreya, unconditional love, and Sishya, the relationship between the Guru and Sishya and Shreya go hand in hand. Because when there is a true love between Guru and Sishya, only you find the relationship will be good, and the teaching and learning both will go smoothly, and there will be a sort of affection developed between both. And Nischitam, we should drive away the sorrow, and we should know what is Satyam and which is not changeable. That is very important. We should know what is eternal, what is permanent, and why feeling sorrow and why feeling happiness. So how to remove sorrow from our mind? Then Prapanna, surrender to God. Body, mind, intellect, everything to be surrendered to God. Because we cannot be independent of God. Only with God's grace. Even our intellect functions well only with the devotion. When you mix devotion with the intellect only, you get that viveka. You can think properly, you can solve issues. So Arjuna was addressed by Sanjaya as Gudaksha. He is a conqueror of sleep. And when he says Krishna, he says he is conqueror of senses. That is Rishikesha. So in the next sloka, Sanjaya was telling Dhritarashtra that Arjuna has told Krishna about his mental condition, and he said, Govinda, I will not fight anymore. So he became quiet. So when he says Govinda, the other name now, Govinda, Lord Krishna's name, when you call Govinda, he comes immediately because he loves his bhaktas, and he comes to the rescue of bhaktas. So how Draupadi, when she was disrobed in Duryodhana's court, she called Govinda, and immediately she was saved. She was given more vastra. And in Tirupavai, Sri Andal, she mentions Krishna as Govinda in many places, because Govinda is the one who takes care of all jivas. In Tirupavai it is mentioned that the cattle are taken, that is in Krishna Avatara, cattle are taken by cattle. They do not speak to Krishna, but Krishna knows that he is the one who to take care of them. So he loves, he takes care of them. So he is addressed as Govinda. So here Sanjaya mentions that. So now Arjuna is given care by Lord Krishna. So he says, now Krishna is looking at Arjuna, and Krishna is sitting down and Arjuna is sitting on top. His chair is much higher than the place where Lord Krishna sits, that is in chariot. But he didn't mind, because Arjuna is his disciple, Arjuna is a listener, Arjuna is devotee. So he is ready to do anything for him. So Sanjaya says that Lord Krishna is smiling is giving a divine smile at Arjuna, and he starts with Upadesha. So this Upadesham, what we are going to learn in the rest of the chapters, is applicable to us. So every sloka gives us message, how we have to conduct ourselves, how we have to remove sorrow, what is real or what is not real, and there is no use in more crying for not getting the unreal. So we get, so this helps us to manage our everyday affairs in our life.